have any cousins down there. What then? Sing Sam, she said. Did you think he knew Sam was anywhere around?
No.
So what does that do? Is that like more rising action? Like things just keep building one on top of another. I stopped dead in the road. Sam? Is he in Horseneck? I shouldn't tell you that. You're a Tory. Anyway, he is not there anymore. They've gone someplace else. We weren't walking anymore, but facing each other. I was all excited. How do you know Sam's there? Mr. Heron told me. Mr. Heron? How does he know? He's a Tory. She frowned. Well, I know that, but he said that Sam was there with a commissary officer scouting for beef. It just didn't make any sense. Mr. Heron was supposed to be a Tory. He wasn't supposed to know where American commissary officers were. Suddenly I realized I was wasting time. Well, where is he now? I won't tell you. You're a Tory. Well, that's not fair, Betsy. He's my brother. Gosh, Tim, you tried to shoot him. I blushed. Is Sam all right? Yes, he was in a battle. I guess I better not tell you about it. I lost my place. Okay, you can tell me if it's already happened, can't you? I better not. Listen, I said, I better get going. We started walking. Where are you off to in such a rush, she said. If you don't tell me anything, I'm not going to tell you. See where we are?
No, I can't.
81.
In the middle, sure.
Yeah, right here. If you won't tell me anything, I won't tell you either. I thought that was a pretty smart answer. Does everyone see where we are?
Yeah.
Jackson, you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was.
Now I lost my place. I won't tell you that. I thought that was a pretty smart answer. It was like one of Sam's telling points. All right, sulk, she said. Besides, I know you're carrying a love letter for somebody. You've just got love on your mind because of Sam, I said. Something was puzzling. Betsy, how come Mr. Heron didn't tell me about Sam this morning? Now, what did that just reveal, the question he asked?
That Mr. Heron.
Say it again?
He was at Mr. Heron.
He was at Mr. Heron's. Was he supposed to have been at Mr. Heron's?
No.
That was supposed to be a big what?
Secret.
Right. Uh-oh. Yeah. He's not a very good liar, is he?
No.
Which to me is a really good sign. When you're an expert at lying, it says that you do it way too often. When you shouldn't be doing it at all. Because you're a Tory, but so is he. She stopped. Wait a minute, what were you seeing Mr. Heron about this morning? I realized I made a big mistake. Oh, I just happened to go by his house this morning. He was there. There? Where? And he was standing in the yard. Doing what? How do I know what he was doing? Okay. Need your inhaler? Okay. He wouldn't have been standing. The letter. Tim, you're lying. The letter. He gave you the letter to carry. Tim, where were you going with that letter? She was pretty excited and kind of bouncing around. There you go. Okay, what do you guys think about the rising action there? Is it getting more and more intense with every time? You okay? Go out in the hall and do it, please. I have to go, Betsy. She jumped in my way. Oh, no, you don't. Not until you tell me about the letter. She was bigger than me, but not by much, and I figured that since I was a boy, I could break away from her and run if she tried to stop me. That's a private letter, I said. I can't tell you about it. Oh, no, Tim, she shouted. Give me that letter. No, I said, and I tried to duck past her. But she jumped in front of me and, Tim, she screamed, you know what's in that letter? It's a spy report about Sam. Now that shocked me. It can't be. Why would Mr. Heron make a spy report about Sam? not on just Sam. Can't you see? He found out about Sam and the commissary officer buying beef, and now he's sending news to the lobsterbacks, and they'll all know where to find him and kill him and steal the cows. Give me that letter!
This is insane.
I know, it's so intense.
I need a better knowledge.
Okay, just stay with us the rest of the time and maybe follow me. She snatched at my shirt, but I ducked back. Don't, Betsy. It's Mr. Heron. You're going to get Sam killed. They'll set up an ambush for them, and they'll kill them all. No, no, I said. It's true. Tim, figure it out. You can't deliver that letter. I have to, I said. She stood in front of me, kind of begging, Tim, let's open it and see. And there's nothing important, anything you can deliver it. I can't break the seal, Betsy. It's Mr. Heron's letter. I could be put in jail for that. Tim, it's your brother they're going to kill. Just throw the letter away and say you lost it. I felt awful, sick, and scared, so I didn't say anything. Tim, give me that letter. Betsy. Then she jumped on me. She caught me completely by surprise. Bottom page 83. She just leaped onto me and I fell down backwards. And she was lying on top of me, trying to wrestle her hands down inside my shirt. Darn you, Betsy, I shouted. I grabbed her by her hair and I tried to pull her head back, but she jerked it away from me. I began kicking around with my feet and trying to catch her someplace where it would hurt, but she kept wriggling from side to side on top of me and I couldn't get in a good hit. I hit her on the back of her head, but in that position I couldn't get much force. Get off of me, Betsy! Not until I get that letter, she said, and she jerked at my shirt, trying to pull it up. I grabbed at her hands and I twisted my body underneath her to turn over, and so I would be on top. But she pushed her whole weight down on me, grunting. So I slammed her as hard as I could on the side of her head. You little jerk, she shouted. She let go of my shirt with one hand and slapped me as hard as she could across my face. My nose went numb and my eyes stung, and tears began to come. Darn you, I shouted. I let go of her hand where she was clutching my shirt and grabbed her by the shoulders, trying to push her off of me. She jerked my shirt up, grabbed the letter, and jumped to her feet. Without rising, I kicked out with my feet at her ankles. I got in a good one. She stumbled, but she didn't fall. By the time I got up, she was running down the Fairfield Road as hard as she could, opening the letter as she went. I started to run after her, and then she flung the letter over her shoulder onto the road and disappeared out of sight around the next bend. I ran up to the letter and I picked it up. It was rumpled and dirty, and all it said was,
If the message is received, we will